Okay, so now we're going to talk about scheduling your work order activity and using the scheduling features within the work order itself, as well as taking a look at the installation work order calendar that's available to you. Now, first of all, it's important to note that the majority of your scheduling will probably be taking place within the actual work order itself for a couple of reasons. Here I have the Schedule tab, and as you can see here, I can make more than one trip if I want to. And so if I am going to make more than one trip, I definitely am going to be making those trip events in here. And then I can adjust them later on in the actual calendar, and they'll be available in the calendar to see what's going on. But most of the time, as you're building a transaction, you'll find it's a lot easier anyways to be doing the scheduling here. Another reason why that you probably will have the schedule already formatted in here or created in here is because if you've made a sales order, within the orders module, there is the installation work order date where a lot of that scheduling is taking place already. So once you make a work order off of that specific sales order, then basically what happens is that it puts in that specific date as the first trip that you would see here. Okay. So once you've got that done, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to the calendar, which is available in the actual records or the listings module. And it's also accessible over here underneath the work order calendar. So once I get into the work order calendar, you can see that basically this is a traditional looking calendar with some unique features to it. So we'll talk about some of those in just a moment. Let's talk about what we're looking at over here with respect to the colors. First of all, anything that's opaque is a clear indication that it's in the past. Okay, so this is the current date right now is the 9th of the month. And then we can see that behind us are these opaque dates. And if I need to move any of these, first of all, you can see when I mouse over, I get a little bit of a tooltip here that tells me a little bit about who the customer is, the reference, who it's been assigned to, and such. I can just take these and put them into another date by dragging and dropping. Okay, so I can do this sort of thing right here, just something like that. All right? Okay, now about the colors. Well, two things. Down below, you can see that there's a legend that includes who is each color assigned to. Okay, so David Waters is all the green ones. That's who we've been working with. And then, of course, also, if I click on any one of these, basically what I'm doing is I'm actually subscribing to that installation tech or a group or subcontractor. I'm subscribing to their specific calendar, okay? So if I click on this, and if I'm using Outlook or iCal, it'll automatically put David's installation calendar, what you're seeing here, in my calendar of choice, the one that I use. If I do all installers, then basically I have this entire schedule within my actual calendar. Okay. Now, one thing to note about the all installers down below is you can see this blue over here. This means that when I see this default blue is the default color for it's assigned to nobody. So you can see the fourth item in the list says assigned to, and it's nobody. Okay. Now, about the colors, another thing you can do is when it comes to looking at this specific calendar, you can click on the settings. And then you can just determine over here who it is that you want to look at, who you not want to have included in here. So for instance, if I were the one that was managing this entire schedule for my team, I'd want to see everybody. But if I was David Waters, I might just want to see my own activity. Okay. Again, you can color code these, change the colors for whatever you want. So if you don't like the ones that are there, you can go ahead and make those changes, and then they'll be applied over here. Okay. Now, another thing about this is that we'll take a look at we have the week view. And the week view helps us look at what we have here and the times that we have and such. So you can see if I have an overlapping time for David Waters where he was going to be there twice. Well, I kind of want to maybe spread that out over 2 days. It gives me a really easy way to manage this. And you can see as I drag and drop these dates and times, they're being updated when the actual calendar itself. Okay, so that definitely is something that I can be doing there. Okay. All right. Now you can also see that I have the day view. And of course, the day view is another traditional view that you're used to seeing with a calendar, and I can just move around this block of time, shorten it, extend it, whatever I need to do. Okay. When I click on these, as I can with any calendar view, when I click on these, it gives me the details behind it, and you can see here who it's assigned to, number of trips, description. I can view the entire transaction, so I can get into the actual transaction over here by clicking on that. It takes me there, so I can make more adjustments, get more information, whatever that may be. Okay, and then you can see these down below are the items that are going to be installed. All right. A couple of things I can do. I can mark it as complete here without having to go in a work order to do that. I can do it directly from the calendar. I can also unschedule the activity, which I'm going to do. So I can put something back in the unscheduled activities listing, and I'll show you that in a moment. And of course, if I make any changes here, I can go ahead and save them, and they'll be updated. Okay, so I can unschedule this. Yes, I want to unschedule it, and then basically it's going to take it off the list. right? Where to go? Well, let's just take a look very quickly over here, okay? First of all, I have my work orders section here, and I have the ability to search on work orders. So let's look at this work orders listing. Basically, this is a running list of all my 18 upcoming work orders. That's what you see over here, and maybe into the next month, I don't know. Yeah, a couple you have there, okay? So down below, you can see that list, similar information showing you who it's been assigned to, etc. Then you can also see that they're color-coded, so I can easily call out David Waters here over here, and I can see, you know, all the other ones that I have, Mac Neo and so on, all those ones here, okay? So I have that. I can sort by earliest, latest, whatever I want to do, okay? Now the next one I have over here is going to be the unscheduled ones, okay? So basically what I'm looking at here is any work order, let's look at this, any work order that doesn't have a scheduled agenda over here, okay? So I can go ahead and schedule that directly from this module and basically just drag and drop to where I want to have this scheduled. Okay. Now another thing to note, like I was explaining earlier, is that now it's blue. It hasn't been assigned to anybody. Okay. I click on this. It's now an all-day event. I can actually change this. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to make this start at 9:30 a.m. and we'll make it go to 9:30 p.m. It's going to be a big job. And I'm going to assign it to David Waters. And I'm going to click Save. And now you're going to see here that it's been assigned to David Waters. Okay, so I got that. So now I don't have any unscheduled activity. Okay, so I'm good to go. The next thing, and the final thing I'll show you here, is that you can actually search on some of this activity to help you refine some of what you're looking at, especially when you have jobs that have multiple day installs and so on. So if I click on Search, if I want to do by the customer name, I can do Banana Park. It'll auto suggest that for me, and I just click, you know, I can click search in a moment, but you can see I can also search by contact name, by job reference, order number if that's important, assigned to, sales rep, project manager, and if I want, I can also show the completed ones too. I'll click search, and now you can see that it shows me just Banana Park in the list. I can see their work orders, as well as only now seeing this on the actual calendar itself. Okay? So there's quite a bit that you can do within the work orders themselves. Again, very powerful components to the Mothernode system. The scheduling is a very, very detailed. It gives you a lot of information that you can go ahead and find practical to help you schedule your jobs and move jobs around if you need to. You have access to that. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and email us. But this is a great way to get you started with your scheduling activity for your work orders and your field technicians.